Hello, and welcome back to Nation State, the place where top minds discuss top issues. Today's topic, as it has been since the ships first appeared over Akron, Ohio, is the alien infection spreading worldwide. I'm your host, Sammy Chance. With me tonight is Dr. Westfall, America's leading xenobiologist and head of the Counter-Alien Task Force. Thank you for being with us tonight, Doctor.
Well, glad to be here, Sammy.
And also joining us is Randy Jonas, top producer on the Truer Than True News Network.
Thanks for having me on. I'm surprised your mainstream media overlords allowed the truth to be spoken here today.
They insisted, actually. Anyway, let's get into it. In the 6 months since the spacecraft first appeared above InfoCision Stadium, 500,000 people in the United States and approximately 17 million people worldwide have been turned into hissing, acid-spitting, 7-foot-tall lizard creatures. Doctor, let's start with you. Have we gotten any closer to a cure for what the president has dubbed the Akron contagion?
Well, we are doing everything that we can. But you have to keep in mind that we are dealing with a pathogen heretofore unknown to science. We have some promising treatments that are in development right now, and as we
Sammy, if I could cut in.
Well, you can't, actually. This is a structured debate show, but...
Now, look, I'm no scientist, but I gotta ask this alleged expert. You ever see one of those lizard people everybody's crying about?
Yes, every day. All day, every day.
Oh, because I haven't. I'm in Nome, Alaska, and nobody here's turned into anything but the warm-blooded, red-blooded Americans they already were.
Well, we have said since September that the spread is less likely, but still possible in the colder conditions. If you just look at the case reports...
your reports. Well, I did some research on DuckDuckGo. You can't trust Google. And I saw that we got 230 million people in this country. All right, not counting the illegals. And 500,000 is less than 0.25% of that.
Well, on the one hand, 500,000 unwillingly converted, mentally screaming reptile people, not to mention their uncounted victims, seems like a lot of infectees and...
Just keep talking. Listen to the guy who wants to say stupid things.
On the other hand, I suppose he makes a fair point, Doctor. If all you care about is percentages, that's not that many people.
All right, look, it may not seem like much, but the transmission rate has increased from the estimates in June. And I cannot stress this enough. If you get infected, you will turn into a lizard and you will devour your family.
So, if I had to, which apparently I do, I could say you were wrong about the rate?
Initially, yes, but we have gathered more data. Things have changed.
So why should the American people? Why should the American people trust you now? What kind of agenda are you pushing? Going around telling us we shouldn't eat meat processed in Akron, and I have to avoid roadside reptile farms. Why? Why do you hate freedom?
My agenda is safety. Lizard people hide in reptile farms. And as for the meat, we have conclusively tied the initial spread to the plants around the Midwest.
Oh, so now we can't eat hamburgers. Hamburgers are going to kill us all.
But one could easily argue that's not what the doctor's saying. However, for the sake of our advertisers, can you confirm, Doctor, that hamburgers will kill Americans?
It's not the hamburgers. It's how you consume them. We're asking people that if you must eat ground beef, that you at least refrigerate it for 12 hours to weaken the pathogen. Then you cook it at 160 degrees. That's it. And if you see someone who has green patches on their skin, tell them they have to stay out of the sun for at least 2 days. It's that.
Just refrigerate your meat and cook it and stay inside. So we should starve America's children.
No.
And then force them to cook their burgers well done. And if somebody spills some green paint on their arm, they have to stay inside or they'll go to lizard jail? Well, you can't put me in lizard jail.
Doctor, can you confirm how many people are in these lizard jails?
Yes, I can. We don't have lizard jails. Look, please, this isn't hard. You just have to deal with some mild inconveniences so we can stop this alien invasion once and for all. It's that simple.
You want to talk about invasions? Let's talk about the real reptilians who've been infiltrating the Democratic Party for the last 100 years.
I don't know how to answer that.
Me neither. But let's check with our audience. Calling in now is Bill Posen, a self-described swing voter and a resident of one of the last safe zones in Akron, Ohio. Bill, how do you feel about the safety measures we put in place during this unprecedented event?
Thanks for having me, Sammy. I'm not really sure. They make pretty good points. I don't want to turn into a lizard and kill my family, but I do like hamburgers.
No one's saying you can't eat hamburgers!
Oh, there you go, changing your mind again.
Well, that's all the time we have for you, gentlemen. I guess that everyone should be safe in their own way to individually solve this collective problem. On that note, coming up after the break, air. Is it good for you? Some say we need it to live. Others disagree.